120 scientists have written an official letter. They are saying that the use of Toyota's hydrogen Mirai car as the official vehicle of the Paris Olympics will damage the reputation of the Olympics. Basically, they're saying this is essentially a fraud. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. This has been reported on by numerous portions of the media, but I don't believe anyone is talking about this on YouTube. Now, the use of Toyota's hydrogen car as the official vehicle at the Paris Olympics will damage the reputation of the Olympics, says more than 120 scientists, academics, and engineers. And they're calling for a switch to battery electric vehicles, arguing that hydrogen fuel cell cars are not viable as a net zero solution. It's simply a myth, and it's basically spreading lies. That's what they're saying. In fact, this group of more than 120 scientists believe that the automaker is intentionally trying to trick the average person. Now, Toyota actually announced last September that it would supply 500 Mirais to ferry competitors and officials between venues, which would operate alongside 10 hydrogen fuel cell coaches. So, hydrogen buses. I'm not exactly sure, guys, how they're going to fill these things up. I don't believe there are really any fuels. Maybe there's like one hydrogen fueling stations in France or in Paris. Hydrogen cars are not really a thing in France. And if you look at hydrogen sales, for example, the Toyota Mirai, sales of the Mirai in the US have been a disaster. Not only have sales been a disaster, but customers are furious. Customers are absolutely livid. There's numerous forums going around, numerous people who own these vehicles complaining about the cost of hydrogen. When they bought these vehicles, hydrogen was about double the price of gasoline. It's actually tripled since then. And since then, hydrogen refueling stations are closing down. There's just not enough people buying these cars. The whole hydrogen car thing is over. So if you bought a Toyota hydrogen car, you're pretty screwed now. No one wants them. People are sort of wisening up. Look at the resale value of hydrogen cars. People talk about resale value of EVs. Resale value of EVs is unbelievably good in comparison to hydrogen cars. And now Toyota is offering the Mirai in the US for a fraction of the original price. Now, originally, the cheapest Mirai you could get was $70,000. It's now $25,000, and you get a free fuel card for $15,000, meaning it's essentially $10,000, and it used to be $70,000. $10,000. I don't believe there's been any vehicle in automotive history that manufacturers have sold that cheap. Even Fisker, right? Fisker goes bankrupt. The company just dumps its cars. Auditors are, people who owned some of Tesla's stock, the auditors come in. Basically, the people who want to try and get something out of Fisker's assets, they sell off the cars, they dump them off in this mass sale. And even then, they sold for significantly better resale value. I mean, there was about a 60% discount, 60 or 70% discount, but not about 85%, which is what we're seeing from Toyota Mirai vehicles. Now, I think Toyota should just be honest and not trick people who are buying these cars, because that's what's happening. I mean, are Toyota dealers, are they telling these poor customers who come into a dealership, are they saying to them, oh, just so you know, Shell just closed all 6 of their hydrogen refueling stations. Other businesses are closing some of theirs as well. Just so you know, it is possible in a few years' time, you won't be able to get fuel. You won't be able to refuel your hydrogen car. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the reality. Cars that run on hydrogen emit zero carbon at the tailpipe. But 96% of the world's hydrogen is derived from fossil fuels like methane gas. That makes most hydrogen-powered cars much more polluting than electric vehicles or EVs, and only marginally cleaner than traditional combustion engine cars. Toyota is supplying the official fleet to, the Paris Olympians. Basically, they're going to go around in these vehicles, and Toyota's obviously trying to market this product. Now, the letter's authors oppose the hydrogen cars, the Toyota Mirai's promotion, because in reality, consumers who buy the Mirai will almost certainly run it on hydrogen derived from planet heating fossil fuels. We are writing to express our concern that Toyota's promotion of a hydrogen car is scientifically misaligned with net zero and will damage the reputation of the 2024 Games, said the authors. Some of these are scientists, engineers from the University of Cambridge, Oxford University, University of Colorado, the list goes on. Opportunity remains to reroute, and we urge that you require Toyota to replace the Mirai with an EV as the official games vehicle. The Paris Olympics organizers have received a lot of money from Toyota, and they say that they are hosting the greenest ever games, hoping to halve the carbon footprint of the major sporting event compared with levels in the 2010s. To do that, they say they will attempt to run the games entirely on renewable energy. Now, obviously, that claim will be essentially false because the hydrogen they'll be using will be derived from fossil fuel sources, obviously. The letter is the latest criticism of Toyota, which has faced pushback for its so-called multi-path strategy to decarbonize its vehicles, which critics say focuses very little on electric cars. And it's true, only a couple of percent of Toyota sales worldwide, in fact, about 1.2%, are actually fully electric cars. Passenger cars and vans account for around 10% of the world's energy-related carbon pollution, but within cities, they account for way more than that, and they account for incredibly damaging particles that can obviously cause cancer, particularly particulates from diesel fuel. Toyota, who is the world's biggest automaker, is investing in EVs, but it is focused heavily on hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and hydrogen vehicles. It's now actually touting its new hydrogen engine vehicles, which are different to the Toyota Mirai, which is a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, which has a battery as well. Now, Toyota's new hydrogen cars are simply internal combustion engines, which have been sort of modified to run at extremely hot temperatures on hydrogen fuel. Now, Toyota is saying, and so are many YouTubers, that is game-changing, that will break EVs. But obviously, anyone who has any kind of an idea knows that it's all a bunch of hot air, very literally. Thanks for watching.